What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and we have a couple of brand new legendary heroes in Underwild Season 4, PASSEPARTOUT, and we have ZEKENA. So, we're going to talk about him. But first, join me over in Gemstone Legends. It's a fantastic match 3 RPG game, and it's players that get in early on games like this that are at the biggest advantage. Not only will you help the channel out by using the link in the description of this video, but you're going to get a free epic hero named Moralia along with a bunch of gold, gems, and potions. After you download the game, you'll have access to events which will get you even more amazing heroes and loot. Guys, wow, you don't want to miss this opportunity because you do not get it in the regular App Store. Download it now, and I will see you in Gemstone Legends. All right, first up we have PASSEPARTOUT, who is a fighter, always a great class, of course. And of course we have the Underwild family bonus here, which I've read through before, so I'm not going to do that right now. There is a passive increased buff duration, so the duration of the first 3 buffs this hero receives from special skills is increased by 1. We got 756 attack, 803 defense, which is pretty darn good, and 1411 HP. Which is also very good, but we're seeing that on a lot of heroes right now. Helping Hands is the special. Recovers 25% health for all allies. All allies regenerate 400 HP over 4 turns, and a further increase of 100 HP per turn for each nature shield on the board, up to 1200 total. And all allies get plus 20% defense and a further 7% increase for each nature shield on the board for up to 4 turns, for up to 76% increase in defense. So I actually like this hero a lot. This is a pretty straightforward type of hero as far as like the healing goes. I know there's a lot of text here, but basically what this is get a little burst of healing and then get a little more healing on top of that for 4 more turns, and you get increased defense. So PASSEPARTOUT is just the ultimate type of healer that is keeping your team alive and going and protecting them and all of that. And he's hard to beat too because he has a lot of defense and HP already. Now, as far as how widely he'll be used, straightforward healers like this, you never really see them much on defense. They're like almost good enough to be on defenses, but healers typically aren't proactive, and so they don't find a place on many defenses, unfortunately. On offense, while I like the amount of healing and defensive protection that the team gets, there's not a lot of other utility here. It's pretty much just a straight healing type of hero. It is going to be pretty good if you need a healer, but where I like to see healers in this environment in this day and age is that it's doing something else. I mean, I know it's increasing defense, but like cleansing healers have, I mean, there's so many of those now. I understand why they didn't print another one of those, but that's an example of a healer that's really got a lot of utility because there's so much in the way of status ailments in this game. You know, I would have maybe liked to see a healer that really hates on fiends or something like that too. But you know, can they really print fiends and then fiend hate heroes, you know, a lot of them, and nullify each other's specials in a season? You know, there's something to be said for it, maybe, but because it becomes like a rock paper scissors thing all in one season, which is kind of cool. But maybe they don't want to nullify heroes so quickly in one season, right? So for this reason, I'm gonna give PASSEPARTOUT a B because he's a solid hero. He's pretty good. He's got some nice base stats on there. That's a lot of healing. Once you get the healing on, you also get that increase to defense, which is cool. When you think about what Vivica, like Season 1 Vivica does, increasing the team's defense at slow speed, but Vivica also cleanses. You know, this one's going at average speed. So, you know, there's a little bit of a similar feeling to that Season 1 Vivica in this one, except you don't get the cleanse out of it, which is why I say PASSEPARTOUT, with all the healing that's going on in the defense increase, is solid, but not amazing. That's the reason for the B. And ZEKENA is a 5-star holy hero of the Barbarian class, of course, also getting the Underwild family bonus and increased buff duration as well, just like PASSEPARTOUT. And then we have 801 attack, 756 defense, and 1396 HP. Swift Stingers is the special at fast speed. I love seeing fast speed printed on a hero. It gets me really excited right off the bat, but it also really depends on the special, of course. So he deals 300% damage to the target, deals 450% damage to a random different enemy, deals extra damage if the target is dark, and the target of the second hit gets negative 56% defense for 3 turns. I love and I hate this hero at the same time. I love this hero because I think we're going to see ZEKENA a lot. I think he's very, very useful. Well, especially on defense, where there's if you can set the team up in a way where the randomness isn't going to hurt you. We've seen heroes like this. And you know, Jabberwock comes to mind. The special is very different, but Jabberwock comes to mind as a hero who hits 2 heroes, and ZEKENA similarly does that, but man, that 450% damage and negative 56% defense down, that's absolutely ridiculous and amazing. And I love it. Um, but you don't get to choose who gets the random hit, right? So it's hard to strategize with this guy. So what I'm gonna do is call ZEKENA a fun hero. It's certainly not a strategic hero. But I think whoever gets this guy is probably gonna. It's worth leveling him up, and it's worth playing with him. And he's not your typical sniper who's just gonna sit back and deal a ton of damage to one hero. You know, you got a lot of damage coming in on 2 heroes, because 300% with 801 attack is pretty good, but that 450 with 801 in the defense down is brutal. This is a lot of damage for a guy like this. Since you got this going on, I typically would give a sniper somewhere around a B plus or an A minus. You've been hearing me talk about that, but when you get a sniper basically against 2 heroes and the defense down and the extra damage against dark heroes, we know that effect in this game is pretty good, especially that's an area where you can strategize, especially if you're taking him on offense, by the way. If you see a couple of dark heroes on defense or something like that, or let's say you're going against a tournament where typically when you're missing a color, people will load in a couple of purple or a couple of yellow or something like that. You might be able to strategize with that. With regular snipers being B plus A minus range and this doing more than a regular sniper, I'm going to go ahead and give ZEKENA an A. I think it's a relatively weak A. Like I'm really conflicted and kind of want to give ZEKENA an A minus, but I think the special is good enough. It just crosses over into A range. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when I drop new videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.